Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Voxel Tycoon. Let me show you what I did here between episodes. I set up some an initial train rail network here, and man, I am a novice at doing this and it is painful, as you guys saw last episode, learning how to put this together. But let me show you what I got. I got the large train station. I think we did that last episode. I've got all the train signals set up here. These are all the pre-signals in both directions for every lane. Then we've got a standard signal on the way out and a pre-signal on the way in. And I'll try to remember to put a link in the description here of some of the helpful material that I found on the internet that helped me figure out these signals and everything. Then here is our first roundabout. We've got the pre-signals on every branch of the circle or semicircle or whatever that whatever that shape is. It's not terribly symmetric. And then we're using regular signals on the exits and pre-signals on the way in. We'll see if that all works. I'm hoping it will. That's the first time I've ever built something like that, so we'll find out. Then our train network kind of would go two directions, and we're traveling on the right side for this train network, because that's what I'm most comfortable with. I got another roundabout here where we can kind of branch in different directions. And then I've got one of those directions is heading here in towards the towns. So we can head in this way. Then I've got yet another roundabout. And this roundabout is basically that there's, one branch coming in, three branches kind of coming out. Each of these three branches is going to take us to a train station where we can unload cargo. So I've got one set up here called Haver Halt. We may change the names at some point. I put this one in place just for the coal resource here if we want to pick up coal with train. Then I've got one here that is, it's called Amana Colonies Upper. But this one can probably service Haver as well as Amana and maybe even a little bit of Somersville. So we'll bring in some freight, we'll set up some warehouses, and then we can just have freight stations, trucking, just like I said before, several episodes, just try and deliver the product the last mile. And then this branch here coming off to what looks like our left out of this roundabout, I'm planning to have that branch up into another train station over here. Now, the terrain is a little bit challenging. We may have to do some leveling at great expense because it's pretty expensive to do that. But I was thinking of getting another station in here to service Somersville with products. And we could overlap, but these towns are all pretty close together. So it could be we drop off some iron products here and actually deliver them down a little bit. It's still closer than going to the iron mine or the wood resource over here. And especially once these deposits disappear, we have yet to see if we're going to keep our factories here or move them. If we keep them here, we'll just ship in raw wood. Like there's another wood resource here up towards the top of the screen that we could just pipe raw wood in to our existing wood factory products here. Or we'll set up another factory there. Either way, we've got three train stations now in place. They're all on their own separate network. I also threw down a depot. Oh shoot, I didn't I didn't set this up. I wanted it right near a roundabout, so I didn't have to put signals for a train going the other direction. I may still just leave it just as it is, or we could set up a rail that crosses over to the other direction. I just have to look up. Every time I do this, I got to look up the signals to see how they're supposed to be set up. But what I wanted to do next with the rail networks is I'm thinking let's set up some warehouses and we'll try and deliver wood products over to, I was thinking raw wood over to Haver. So drop off wood via train at the Amana Colonies Upper Station into a warehouse, have a freight station here that's going to deliver raw wood over to Haver, and then get rid of all the trucks that are currently doing that and traveling all the way down here to the wood factory or the wood resource to pick up the logs. Now, I thought about doing wood products up through Amana because that's even closer. But remember, we're trying to starve out this business. It's down to level, let's see, what is it? Is it at level 3, I guess? Or maybe it's at level 2 and it's slowly working its way down. Trying to starve this one out. So I don't want to deliver wood there. And then unfortunately, the other wood product, we have planks. This may be the next business we end up starving out. We're going to find out once this goes out of business and clears the map. I'm going to see if I can snake our people train up through town further and do more bulldozing. So that's why I don't want to deliver wood there. So that's the plan. But what I want to do even before we do that, this episode, I want to do some cleanup. We got some maintenance stuff, unfortunately, we got to get to. And let's look at these messages because they keep popping up. Okay, business went bankrupt, no problem. Vehicle 73 has not earned money or transferred cargo in 30 days. This guy, let's clean up some of these routes. So what is this guy delivering? Haver, Amana Colonies. Let's see what it's unloading. Actually, that might be a little bit easier. Unloading at Newport Beach North. This is Haver to Newport Beach North. Oh, that's people. What? Let me look at that again. Let me hit delete. We have a people route that's not profitable? 73. Yeah, that's a people route. Where is it? There he is. That him right here? Car 73. Haver to Newport Beach. Interesting. Now that route used to be profitable. Let's see. That is going into this bus station, delivering people from Haver. Stats. Look at that. Never. It's not delivering anybody. No people in the last 30 days. That's kind of strange, but maybe they're all taking the train now. Let's, I'm really surprised by that. Super surprised. Well, maybe we get rid of that train route. We just put 2 people on it, or 2 trucks on this guy. Let's come here, and there is where we're picking people up. Yeah, Haver to Newport Beach. Let's see, there's the other truck. Now he's picked up 2 people, still not profitable. So this has been running for a long time. Let's get rid of this route. Let's just get rid of it completely. We'll put those buses in the garage and just not worry about it. So yeah, I got my million garages over here. Let's dump them in here. So we'll pick this truck. Send a garage. I just click. Okay. Garage 1. Boom. And then this is the other vehicle. Send a garage. Boom. Garage 1. Those guys are both moving to the depot. And I'm just going to set their route to individual route. And then I'm going to clear that route completely and we'll just forget about it. Remove. Yep. All right, hit the delete key, clear the notifications. Let's see what else we've got. Vehicles. Okay. What is this one? Okay. This one is bus Newport to train. Okay, that whole route, that whole plan didn't work out for us, if you remember. This was the idea of we'll bus people to the people train station, and then it'll pick up people and put them on the train or whatever. They'll go by bus to the train station, get on the train, and go where they want to go. We tried that. That didn't seem to work. And I saw actually, I think a tutorial video on Voxel Tycoon kind of showing that as a potential way of moving passengers, but that did not work at all for us. Let's go ahead and get this route done, or get rid of this route. We look at the stats. Okay, we had 1 person on that bus. Totally not profitable and not profitable at all. So let's get rid of that route as well. We'll take both of these buses and send them to a garage. Why don't we send them here to this local garage? Boom. Boom. We'll go into the schedule. Again, do the same thing. Set them to individual route. Individual route. They're both going to the depot, and then we'll clear out that dead route. Boom. Remove. Yep. And then I'll just hit delete to get rid of all those dialogues. Then this whole bus station can go. I think we're probably paying maintenance on this thing. Yeah, we're paying maintenance. We're not making any money. Let's just get rid of that and cash it out. Sure. Boom. Okay, we got a little bit of money for that. Oh, another thing I should mention. Last episode, many of you were probably cringing for multiple reasons, but one reason you may have been cringing is I was laying down track and kind of experimenting while I had the game running. Why is that a problem? Because while the game is running, like if it's not paused and you lay down track and you delete it, you don't get your full resource back when you delete it. So let me show you with a cheap thing that we can place. One of the cheapest, I think. Let's put this semaphore down. I've got the game running. I'm just going to place a semaphore here, or yeah, the cheap semaphore signal right here. Boom. Okay, $1,100 that cost us. Now, if I want to get rid of it, it costs me $330, right? Or I get 330 back, and I paid 1,100. Now, if I pause the game, excuse me, if I pause the game, okay, now I'm paused. And now I say, oh, I heard you can get all your money back if you remove things when it's paused. Well, you don't, right? It's the same thing. We paid 1,100 and I'll get 330 back. Let me just do it. Boom. But now that I'm paused, if I put something new down, go back and do that semaphore, same thing. Boom. Cost me $1,100. Blink. Now, if as long as I stay paused, if I come in later and decide, okay, I don't want that. Now the refund is $1,100. So we get all our money back. So fortunately, between episodes, I remembered that. I think I had read that or heard about it in release notes. But yeah, fortunately, between episodes, I remembered that. And all of this train track laying and experimenting I did while the game was paused. And that gave me the ability to delete things and get all my money back and kind of have more of a sandbox mode where I could do some experimenting and not drain the bank. So I did get one perfect one perfect roundabout here. That one's perfectly symmetrical, and I'll have to perfect my technique over time. And we'll see if these work or if I messed them up. Probably next episode, maybe at the tail end of this episode. Let's get back to the maintenance. I just wanted to mention that that little aspect of the game of getting your money back. I'm going to unpause it because right now we're making really good money thanks to the truck network. So even though I wasted a bunch last episode, we're just bringing in a lot of cash. Okay, let's see. This whole route is not profitable. This is the iron parts to North Beach. Is it this guy? Iron parts to Haver parts, receiving 1. Okay, we knew about this being not terribly profitable. And it's because we are not making the wood frames yet. So I'm going to take everybody on that route. Let me pick one of the stops. I'm going to pick all of these guys for now until we're ready. Cancel. Let me make sure I get the bulldozer off. All these 4 trucks, I'm going to put these guys in the garage too. And we'll spin them back up when we're ready to do the wood frames. But right now, they're just kicking up a bunch of error messages or a bunch of warnings here in the notification system that we don't need to see. I'll leave them assigned to their route. I'm just going to send them to the garage so they're not driving around right now. Oops, waiting for the save. It's in the garage. Boom. This guy, send a garage. Boom. This will save us a little bit of cash too. In the garage. Boom. And we are going to do the wood frames, just not exactly sure when. Okay, so we clean that up. What else we got? 47, 48, 49, and 50. I imagine those are the 4 trucks we just moved. About 40. What's this guy's problem? Looks like another bus route. Not profitable. Boy, this train station, I'm wondering if that has just taken care of our people moving needs, and we no longer need the buses. So that's kind of interesting. I'm surprised that that has starved us out of the bus routes, because one of the downsides of that is I think the train is much less profitable than the bus routes as we have it set up now anyway. Like, there's our train fully loaded. We need to change out that train and get a bigger one. I'm not sure. Imagine if we send it to the garage, we can add cars. We're barely profitable on that. So it's kind of a bummer that it has killed off the profitability of our bus routes. All right, let's go ahead and pick a bus station here. Boy, we've got a bunch on there too, and none of those are going to be profitable, I bet. This is car 240. Is car 240 in here? Yeah. Wow, that's a bummer, right? I bet these are all, look at that. Not profitable by any stretch. So the trains really took over that business. This one is almost profitable. We could take, why don't we leave 2 vehicles on and send the rest to the garage? So I've got four trucks on that route right now. Let's send these 4 into the garage, and we'll leave the remaining 2 on that route and just see if 2 trucks can be, or 2 buses can be profitable on that route or not. So yeah, let's send these guys to the depot. Boom. You and you and you. And I'm going to reset the routes on these guys just so we don't, it's just a little bit of extra cleanup. Individual. This guy 2, boom, and this guy. Boom, and I'm just going to hit the delete key to clear all this out. All those windows. Good. What else we got here that's been popping up like crazy? 47, 48 for 950. Already talked about 240, 253. That one's probably, yep, going to the garage. 253. Okay, business on bankruptcy. Don't care. 73. Where's that guy? It's in the garage. We already took care of that. So I think we're better on those messages now. So we won't see quite as much, and we're probably saving a little bit of money by taking those trucks off the road. We're wasting time, and it's taken me longer to get to that than I was hoping. I am not doing the research intentionally. I just want to stay focused on trains and not bounce around too much. Let's look at starting to deliver wood products over to Haver, particularly this spot. What we need to do is think about how we want to do warehousing here off of this guy and at least try it out. So let's set up something just very early. I'm going to go do a freight station. Let's see. That costs a bunch. I think we can do it right here. Or right here. Is that cheap? That's cheap. Boom. Let's do a freight station there. That's going to be servicing goods from the train. Let's plop a warehouse down. And this one will be getting, I don't know if there's any disadvantage to having this right on top. It just needs to be able to reach that freight station. In fact, it could be even in here somewhere. How much is that? 78,000. Is that the price no matter what? Yeah, pretty much. Let's just pop it here. This spot hasn't been developed yet. Just for the heck of it. And initially, for this first experiment, we're going to do the wood logs. So let me set that warehouse to logs. All right. And now let's buy a train. Now, these platforms are huge, right? I spent a bunch of money up front, probably overkill, but I do tend to do that. Let's go to our depot and see, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We want a cargo train. Let's start with how much do we want to spend? We're going to do wood products. Let's go for, we got 3 million. Let's go for this light Mikado guy, or should we just go full on? I guess we should go full on, right? Although the operating cost is probably high. Let's go big. Okay, and we want to bring wood products. Hopefully we are able to add cars later. I'm sure we can. At least that's my guess. Okay, a stake car can take the raw wood. Let's buy a few of these. I'm sure there's a way to copy. It's probably like a shift or something. Let me shift click. Okay, there's 4 cars. Let's start with this. I think we'll be able to add them. We'll buy that. And now we need a warehouse over here to collect the wood. That should be a piece of cake, right? Or do I got to pipe them into a warehouse? I guess it depends if I'm within range of one of these sawmills. But let's just try it. Let's get a warehouse near the our wood processing location. Can he pick up? I bet he can pick up from that, right? Let's try it. Or I could come closer and that's a little safer. Now we're pulling from 3. Let's do that. Can always move this later. Okay, you're going to hold logs. Boom. Should fill up pretty quick. And now let's plan a route for our train. It's the first one we're doing ever. So let's add a stop. Haver branch. Load. All units. Should I do full? Let's do, we've only got one train on the line. Let's do full. Now, I don't know if I should be doing refit. I'm going to do it for the heck of it. All units refit to logs. Maybe an overkill, unnecessary step, but I'm going to do it just to make sure nothing unexpected happens. Let's add the next stop. We want to go all the way up to Mana. That's where we got our new freight station. And we'll unload here. And then we'll just save the route. That's fine. I guess we can go train or something. TR, maybe? TR wood to Amana. Upper, something like that. All right. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. If this is going to work or not. Did I put all my signals? Let's just double check and make sure I did all the signals. It looks like I did. This all has signals. I don't know if they're going to work. This will be our first try. And our train's going to have to come up here and do a U-turn. But that's kind of one of the things I like about the roundabouts is you can do a U-turn. There's a lot of other intersections where it doesn't provide for U-turn, at least from what I could tell. All right, let's set this thing loose and just see what disaster entails or what ensues. Off we go. All right, here it comes. This is I'm a little nervous, I'm gonna be honest. All right, let's speed it up a little bit. We'll go 2 times speed. I think it's going to go do a U-turn here. Hopefully that all works. Watch it go running into the water here. All right. And our goal is to get wood into this warehouse here. It's empty right now, so that's good. So there's no trucks being able to provide that. Here he comes, this big giant station. All right, loading up. Oh, I only hold 8 each. Oh, the cars don't hold that much. I was thinking it was going to be like about 100. All right, here he goes. Round. Look at that. He didn't hit any other trains, so as long as we have one train on the network, we're good. Okay, making the trip. Probably not the most efficient routing, but remember, I'm a beginner. So if he doesn't crash and he makes it to the destination in one piece, then I'm going to call that a win. All right. Yeah, we won't know if the signals work until we get more trains on the network here. It moves pretty fast. Well, we're at double speed. Let's see. Is we going to get wood in there? Nice. Check it. Check it out. Check it out. Not bad. Cool. I like it. I like it. Okay, now let's see. We've got, I don't know, about 5 or 10 more minutes left in this episode. Let's go ahead. I'm going to let it run. Let me go to single speed. Whoops, not triple speed. Let me go to single speed. And what I want to do is see if before the end of the episode, we can take the trucks that are currently delivering wood here. So let's go to logistics and see where he's getting the wood from. Okay, Haver South. And we want to change this route, the Haver South route. We want to change to not pick up wood from way over from Haver South. We want to pick it up from our new location, Haver Northeast. And then we're going to get rid of... Oh, no. Wait a second now. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. These guys aren't delivering to a warehouse. What we want to do is change where these guys are picking up. They're still going to deliver to Haver South, but instead of picking up way over at the wood factory, they're going to now pick up over here at Haver Northeast. So let's do that. That's this route here. So we will edit the route. And again, instead of picking up wood over at, where were they doing it? Haver Wood Supply 3. So they were coming here. We're now going to change that. Haver Wood Supply 3. Let's delete that guy. Boom. And they're going to pick it up from our new station here, Haver Northeast. So we'll add a stop at the top. We'll pick this guy. Load. I'm going to do my little special refit. Pop this guy as the top step. Make it wood logs. Load. I don't think they need to wait till they're full and then hit OK. That should be good. Now the trucks should be changing their routes. And I think I'm going to take at least these 3 trucks, these lower end trucks, and sell them. Because hopefully with this new route, they're not traveling as far. We don't need as many trucks. So let's take these three ones here, these 3 lower tier trucks. We can send them to any garage, really. I guess I got 4 selected. We'll send these guys to garage 4. Oops, which one did I not get? This guy. And then we'll sell those guys off. I'll hit delete to clear all these windows. And then I guess we need to keep an eye on our wood supply into Haver. Let's click this and see what it says. Right now we're excellent. So we're changing things up. We have a risk of oversupplying or initially at least creating a problem for ourselves because we're changing the whole logistical route for how wood is delivered to this business. Now it's probably going to take a minute. Let's go to double speed. And let's keep an eye on our new station and see if there's a truck right there. That might be one on our doing it. Is that guy going to Haver South? Yeah. All right, here they are loading up at our new station. Nice. And now our train should be on his way again. Oh, he just delivered. Okay, we're empty. We'll need to add more cars to that train. It is a long route for the train, but hopefully it's keeping some trucks off the road. So right now that warehouse is empty. We'll definitely need more product brought in faster. Okay, he's loaded up. Can definitely put a lot more cars. There's room for plenty more. So once he makes this load, or delivers this load of wood, let's add some more cars. And I'm guessing that through the tech tree, we'll be able to unlock more higher capacity rail cars. Could be wrong on that, but that's my hope. Let's take a look at the profitability of the train. It's probably, I don't know. I have no idea if it's just pure running cost. Looks like it's just pure running cost. All right, I'm going to pause and just long enough so I can send this guy back to the depot. Okay, and then I'll unpause and let it run at double speed. We'll send him back to the depot and see if we can't add some more cars to this guy. There he goes. He just kind of disappears. They don't actually route back. So we'll let it run. We're accumulating cash. Like I said, we'll keep it at double speed here till the end of the episode, and we're just about done. So if I click the reconfigure, all right, good. I think that's the only one we've got right now is the steak car. Boy, they're not cheap, so this is not a profitable journey. Let's shift. Let's go big. That's a lot of cash. Boom. And let's set him loose and just see how that works. Whoops. Shoot. Let me pause for a second. This guy, his route, we have it set to refit wood, so these guys should all turn into wood once they get there. Right now they're on automatic, that's why it looks different. All right, unpause, let this guy go. Cool. Well, I'm kind of happy that this actually worked. I may do more rail development between episodes because I'm still pretty darn slow at putting it together. And it could be a little tedious to watch. But at least this is a good early sign that I didn't mess things up completely. Let's see if these switch over. Here they go. They just got all configured. It looks like that reconfigure step actually does take a second or two. If you notice, the back cars that I had set to auto-configure took a little bit longer to load. So we've got that refit step in all of our routes. That is costing us a second or two. Here he comes. He's got no problem getting up that hill. Seems like it's moving pretty quick. But again, this is just pure overhead, right? It doesn't look like there's money to be earned when you're just delivering to a warehouse. So the money is earned when it gets to the destination. So the trucks are going to show probably greater profit than they otherwise would because they're not driving as far. They're benefiting from the train here. Okay, it unloads reasonably fast. So let's see. And these guys are taking the wood as soon as it comes in. Okay, we got... Let's see how they do. Now, we may be oversupplying also. Let's take a look at this business. It says we're down to average, right? We were at excellent. But we just increased the capacity of the train, and eventually we'll get better... trucks. We did take 3 trucks off this line, so gotta remember that. Okay, now it's on average. Okay, the warehouse is empty. We're probably gonna need more rail or more cars. We've got room to add more in here, and these warehouses look like they're holding up. They should, because the trucks were delivering this before, the same amount of wood. So yeah, it'll just be a question of, are we going to... Oops, that's the building. Let me finish my sentence here. The question is, are we going to be able to... Oh no, look at this guy now. He doesn't like the extra weight, although I've got it at single speed. That's probably part of the problem, yeah. Yeah, we'll see if the operating costs, over time, we'll see if we actually maintain profit overall in the whole system. Moving to trains. It looks like I could throw some more cars on here. And we got a nice long station. So we're prepared in that sense. And then we can always add more warehouses. And then also the warehouses, those will get scaled up through the tech tree too. So that's pretty cool. We have that to look forward to. I'm just curious if we can take more of these trucks off the road, because hopefully they have a shorter route now. Well, they do obviously have a shorter route, but hopefully it's a much shorter route. Let's see how we're doing now. It says bad, but we just delivered a whole bunch more. So that should tick. I would guess this is going to tick up. Let's wrap it here. So yeah, we got to see, or at least you guys got to see what I put together here for our initial train network, kind of heavily leveraging roundabouts and heavily leveraging the kind of terminal junctions or terminated stations. I forgot what they call it. The terminus stations. I think those are a little bit easier to understand. They come in, they come out. And then the roundabouts are pretty easy to understand too. What's going on. And the roundabouts allow for a U-turn if you've got a weak route. Like when these, right now, my depot, I don't have a way to go the other direction. So they just go to the roundabout and they can do a U-turn. Okay. Yeah, next episode, we'll have to tune this up a little more. We may need to add some more cars to our train. Got room for at least, looks like about 5 more. And then we'll keep an eye on the business and just see how we're doing. It says average, nothing in storage. Or we're starting to get some in storage here. And then we'll just see. We may be able to take some trucks off. Right now, I'm guessing there's some that are leaving empty. Like once the warehouse drains out, which it's going to here in a second, here comes some trucks that are going to go empty. Right? They're not going to wait. They're going to keep the traffic flowing. So there's 2 trucks we could probably get rid of. But we won't get rid of anything until we add more supply coming in via train. And if we need to, we could add 2 trains. Looks like the warehouses are holding up. I mean, not the warehouses, but the sawmills have plenty to provide us, and we can always start on more sawmills. But yeah, that's the start of the rail network. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We did some cleanup too on the messages. There's probably some more notifications we need to clean up. Next episode, we'll do a little bit more on the train stuff. If I have time between episodes, I may build out the network a little more. Maybe add a station up here. Although, again, as I mentioned before, we've got this terrain to deal with. That's going to be costly to level and get a big train station in there. But another train station might be good to service Summersville and even spill over into Amana if we want. And then we took off a bunch of trucks, or we changed the route. So we don't have any more trucks, I don't think, coming into this guy. Is that right? Haverwood 3, yeah, has no routes anymore. So we're getting some trucks off the road. We got 3 off the road for sure, and then we shortened the route. So it's less trucks on this stretch of road. So anyway, all pretty good. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm a novice in trains, so I know it's a little painful to watch, but we're getting there, and this works. So I appreciate you sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next episode.